Hello, Sierra Leone. Hello, Africa. Hello, the world. I am Safiya Brown, and I am pleased to be part of your 2020 conference. What I want to share with you this evening is a topic that is not typically covered at conferences, and it is called moral energy. If you think about electricity, it needs to be generated, it needs to be transmitted, and then it needs to be distributed. It is the same thing with moral energy. We have to generate it in ourselves, and it has to be transmitted from our head to our hearts. And that's where the power is when you begin to distribute it. And so I want to take you through the 9 global leaders in moral energy. And I hope that from this session, you will be able to go back to this video and you will watch it again and again, and you will take into consideration where it is that you need moral energy. What aspect of moral energy do you need to create? Which one do you need to strengthen? Which one do you not have at all? Did you even know about it? Well, we're going to go right into the presentation, and I'm going to walk you through this very interesting topic. And you know what? I think it's going to stick. I think you will not forget this one. Let's begin. Moral energy. Generate, transmit, distribute. There are areas of our lives that we choose and areas we simply were not, could not, and would not have been able to choose. Try as you might, you simply are not able to dictate the start of your life. This is where the starting point of every human being is truly equal. Like it or not, whether rich, middle class, or poor, whether you had 2 parents, 1 parent, or none, whether you were considered a planned baby, unplanned, whether you were accepted or rejected. No newborn child gets to choose. They are all born into the choices of others, and on that realization, each is truly equal. Time taken later on in life to study and compare and weigh in comparison the value of one life to the next is an ever increasing personal loss of energy and therefore personal loss of power. True global leaders will pivot from the landscape they've been given and transform any space at any time through the pursuit of moral energy. As a matter of fact, the more difficult the originating circumstances were, the greater the story of success and the power of intrigue and influence. Do not be deceived. You do not own your life 100% outside of the tendencies, the subtle suggestions, the stereotypes, manipulations, and pre-selected exposures within our various nations. You see, we are influenced by what we are exposed to. Now, moral energy gives you the choice to choose what moves you and therefore what rules you. Moral energy allows you to see behind the smoke screens of people's behaviors, their speech and attitudes, and it gives you leverage to hold your ground and to choose regardless of immediate or possible gain or loss. Moral energy is likened to searching out and discovering treasure hidden in hard, dark places. It will take vigorous excavation. It's tedious, it's trying, and expensive in determination to get. But once tapped into, the power experienced is worth the toil, it's worth the tears, it's worth the labor. Moral energy is not absorbed, it is taught, modeled, learned, and practiced. And then the cycle repeats. It is not a cloudy mystery. It is simply power in its rawest form. When moral energy is generated, situations that can be devastated to one person strengthens another. You see, moral energy will lift your chin above the floods in life and it will cause you to stand when everything is shaken. It keeps you in the position of an open hand when others are clenching their fists to hold tight to what they think they must not lose. Let me pause here for a few moments and share with you a resource to help you hit the reset button so that you are better positioned for moral energy. Live without regrets. Live confidently and charter change in any circumstance. Hit that reset button in your life. Get an overhaul of your mind and toxic thoughts that limit your abilities, your communication, and the way you are understood. One brilliant mind born right there in Africa, in Zimbabwe, is Dr. Caroline Leaf. She studied in Cape Town and Pretoria and has emerged as one of the leading voices on the thoughts of the mind and its connection to your physical brain. She has developed different processes and has written many books. As well, she can be heard on podcasts and be watched on videos. What I'm going to highlight here is her app. Write this down. It's called the Switch app. The Switch app. And this is available for both Android and Apple devices. You can go through this 21-day detox of the brain by yourself or partner with a friend or two who will help to keep you accountable. It's not a weird, mysterious, crazy mind takeover experience. No, this is science given to you in a very simple way to help you on your road to personal mental success. In less time than it will take to end the year 2020, you can emerge into 2021 stronger in your mind and will, which will positively affect your approach to work and life. All right? So let's get back to moral energy and see the 9 global leaders that are hidden within. A good name. This is about an honorable reputation. You know what it's like. There are name brands of different products that when you go into the store or when you choose to shop online or when you want a particular gift, you want a specific name brand. Why? That name brand has developed a reputation. Maybe it's a reputation for, lasting a long time, or it's a reputation for fitting well. Whatever the reputation is, even if the quality has diminished a bit, you will find that people will stick to a name brand because it was once tried, tested, and proven good. This is what you want of your own personal name. You want a good name. You want an honorable reputation. You want to be known in a positive light. Maybe that is as trustworthy. Maybe that is as a problem solver. Whatever it is, you choose your name. You don't choose your birth, but you do get to choose your name. You do get to choose your reputation. R&R. R&R is focusing on forgiveness. And this is definitely the most difficult global leader in moral energy to secure. It is creating a personal zero tolerance to bitterness. People will offend you. There are no two ways about it. You need to choose before you even go into your new job, your new training, before you marry into another family, whatever it is, you need to choose. You will not have offense attach itself to you. You need to resist and release. And you're not going to get it 100% of the time. But you must endeavor to practice and to hit repeat again and again. Imaging. This is what I consider your vision bank. You need to write down what you see in your mind and in your dreams and what you hope for. You need to make it plain and easy to understand. Keep it. Update it. It will change as you change. Look at it. Make it be so much a part of what you see that when you look at the world around you, there is something about your dream you would be able to immediately tap into what is around you to get you to your big dream. Resilience. Resilience is patience at its best. The person you will likely need to be the most patient with is yourself because you will fail. Will you choose to go underground when it seems that everything is turned against you? Will you quiver? Will you lock down? Will you shut down? Or will you take a break, rest, get your dream back again, and emerge? Do not quit. That's resilience. Belonging. Belonging is where you function in your identity. It is critical who you allow to mentor you, know your weaknesses, and spend significant time with. The community you choose to be part of does not need to look and act like you. They simply need to be good for you and you good for them. Your belonging will change as you mature, expand, go through different seasons in life. Someone good for you 5 years ago may not be a close person to you in a little while from now. And you have to be able to accept that because your belonging and your needs to belong will change. Transparency, or the lack of it. This is one of the main downfalls of prominent leaders. Do yourself a favor. Stick to truthfulness and honesty while you are young. Why? Because an ugly past has a way of showing up at a time when you are becoming recognized in public spaces. Many places around the world, You will hear of different things about different leaders. Some of them may be true, and some of them not true. But the ones that are true, you look at it. Most of the things that are brought up about them were done long before they came to prominence. You do not want an ugly and dark history following you as you begin to emerge and you begin to find yourself in leadership. Rest. Rest means restrain from excessive and stressful toil. You do not need to run after every supposed new idea, new product, or new leader. Pace yourself. Learn to be content with the job you have, the skill you are learning, the journey you are taking. Do not be quick to leave your post, your community, your family for a seemingly great experience and some sort of get rich quick scheme. Rest. Be faithful where you're at, and doors will open or opportunities will quietly come before you for you to choose. Insight. Insight is about attaining the highest, most desirable gift of all, wisdom. Wisdom will give you such depth of understanding, it causes you to operate in a higher realm of life. You become great at solving problems. You seem to see what is hidden in plain sight. Wisdom will save your life and the lives of others. It may save your company hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars. Wisdom will help to keep you and your workplace in good standing. Growing in wisdom is the ultimate personal goal. And generosity. There is no such thing as, I don't have anything to give. None. There is no such thing. Do not fear being taken advantage of. You see, what is needed is wisdom and a set of boundaries. Well established boundaries. Not everyone who asks should be given to, and not everyone who seems well off should be ignored. Put your generosity in good ground. Do not waste your gifts, your time, your money, and your energy on people and work sources that deplete you. You will identify them if you observe and see that they are like the Dead Sea. They have only one inlet and no good outlet. They're always taking from others, but not giving in return. They are wasters of what has been given to them, irresponsible and careless of people's things, time, and attention. If you choose to observe before you give, you will find that you will not waste your desire to be generous to another human being. So, be generous, but don't let your generosity go to waste. In your global mindedness, recognize that everything comes at a cost. Choose wisely what you will generate. Like electricity, moral energy is produced under fire, heat, and pressure. Use the difficult times like job hunting, managing your household bills, studying, inventing, meeting deadlines, setting boundaries at home, work, and play, etc. Use those as your generation stations. Each difficult task, each difficult family member, each difficult co-worker, program, policy, miscommunication, and delay is a valuable opportunity to generate one or more of the global leaders in moral energy. Maybe you lost a new job opportunity because you didn't remember the application deadline, or you were late for the interview because of transportation mishap, or you failed a paper and a presentation. There are a slew of mishaps that can take place, and how you choose to respond within those moments will generate moral energy leadership traits within you. As you practice redirecting your attention, your focus, your attitude, and communication during those tough times, a natural progression will take place. The once uncomfortable, uneasy path will begin to guide you as it is transmitted into what will now be your new reordered routines, your new way of speech, your thought pattern, and your nonverbal communication. You will begin to think within these leadership profiles and eventually distribute it to your environment. You will know this has happened when others begin to adjust themselves when you step into a room. For example, you are not the CEO or director or manager at a workplace, but there starts to be what is an attraction and rejection energy from others towards you. Those who refuse opportunities of good choices, they will be the ones who want to reject, dishonor, and ignore your presence. Others are going to be drawn to you as if you are a well of fresh water. They are not necessarily thinking about it, but you are now being considered a safe person in which to share and receive from. The global leaders in moral energy: a good name, resist and release, imaging, resilience, belonging, transparency, rest, insight, and generosity. These 9 global leaders in moral energy will magnify your unique traits, your gifts, logic, and intuition. Take hold of what is good and right in your own space, and you will find that a title and the flash of cameras and the write up of your name in articles and social media is not what makes or keeps your value. With moral energy, you can outlast false security and become truly relevant in any place you choose to leave your mark. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my presentation. I thank you for your time and your attention. Many thanks to Mr. Tambo Melvin Buffa and the Progressive Youth Organization in Sierra Leone for this opportunity to distribute moral energy. I wish you all the best in this 2020 conference on global leadership development, developing leaders on the job. I believe you are listening. I believe you are taking in what the speakers are saying. And I believe you will be one of those people to make a difference wherever you choose to be. Thank you.